It's just like Avatar. Let's talk about Hoppers. Disney Pixar's latest animated film is Hoppers, and it is such a breath of fresh air to see original films from Pixar. I know they almost have one at least every few years, but with a recent slate where they have a bunch of sequels announced, it is nice to see that they are still putting out original work. And Hoppers has to be one of their most insane and out of pocket films they produced in a long time, if ever. So the film is directed by Daniel Chung, who is creator of We Bare Bears, which is a wonderful TV show, has some really great humor, heart, and animation. It was a great show on Cartoon Network and had a couple spin-offs, and I thought it was a very delightful show. The humor on it was timely. It made really good pop culture references, and the some of the plot points did get out. And he brought a lot of that sentimentality into Hoppers. Hoppers is like a weird cross between Avatar Over the Hedge meets The Wild Robot. It's a movie that uses parts and elements from other really great movies to create its own unique image and voice in this production. The animation, top notch. It's a Pixar film. What do you expect? It's not very out there in terms of the art direction, but it does a really good job of bringing the environment to life, bringing the characters to life. I like that it does this thing with the animals' eyes. When they're human, they're more animalistic, and then when they turn into the animals, it becomes more lively and humanized to convey emotions a little bit better. The music is fun, it's zany, it adds to the comedic timing. While the movie itself has some emotional, heartfelt moments, especially to do with Abel and her grandmother, who's the main character, it doesn't hit the high emotional heartstrings that a Pixar film does. It doesn't even match like the emotional level of something like Elio. But what it does do is exceed in its comedy and humor, and it's just insane out there premise. For the first half of the movie, it's fun, it's entertaining, but it's kind of by the numbers. But by the second half, it just goes balls to the wall, crazy, it goes insane, and it does a lot of really creative and inventive things with the creature. I was laughing by the end of it, like laughing out loud. I was probably the loudest person in the theater. And again, I don't think the emotional level or even like the story itself is the selling point of this film. It's the humor and the heart and the characters that really make it fun and achievable. It does have a message about nature versus man or man versus nature, but I don't think that's the entire premise of the film. It's more about forgiveness, giving people second chances. People ultimately can change, and there's always good in human. There's always good in people in general. The nature versus man message gets a little bit muddled, but I do like everything has a place in the universe, and we have to be respectful while not stopping progress. So if you're planning on watching a fun, wacky, entertaining film that's animated well and has some of the most insane things that happen in a film, Hoppers is the film to watch. It's fun. Again, I cannot stop using the word fun because that's exactly what this movie is. It's a whole lot of fun. It's going to put a big smile on your face. You're going to have big belly laughs. It's just Pixar doing what they do best in a different font. And I like the change up. Pixar as a studio has always given us great stories, great characters, great emotions, but to do something that's completely out there is unique for them. It's fun to see that these unique directors get a chance to voice and tell these stories, and that's what makes Pixar such an amazing studio who hits it out of the park almost all the time, and I hope they continue to do so.